Hi there, everyone, and welcome to the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast. It's me, John. I'm back from my little break because I was gonna die from all the schoolwork I had to do, but that's over, and I am basically on spring break. I have like one more assignment to do, and then I'm on spring break. But and then I'm getting close to being done. It's extremely close. I am ecstatic. It's been a very long time, but thanks to money problems and other things like that, it took me a while to get to graduate, but I'm getting close. It's either going to be the summer or December, depending on how things go. So we'll see. But yes, it's me, John, and with me this week is Rose. Rose, how are you today?
I'm alright. Feeling better-ish than I've been, so that's good.
For those of you who are up to date on Chuchigatri, you may know that Rose was not on because you got your COVID shot, right?
Yeah. I'm still feeling it, let me tell you.
So you got Johnson & Johnson. You got the one that is just one shot.
Yep.
And that seems to have that did a number on you, but now you are safe from the pandemic, as it were.
Yeah.
At least you will be in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. It was worth it. It was worth it.
Absolutely. I too got my COVID shot, but I only got the first one because I got Moderna, so I got to go back in a couple of weeks to get my second shot. So it'll be probably like another month until I'm safe to travel, go to a movie theater or whatever the fuck, So, but it's a process, it's progress. We are getting close to quote unquote normal now, whatever the hell that is. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to video games with other people sometime. I want to play games with folks. I want to go to a convention. CEO, that shit's going to be in December. I'm so fucking ready for that. You have no idea. I keep thinking about that. I'm just like, Alex Bailey, you better set up the best fucking event in the world, because I'm so ready to go to some crazy thing. I don't care. I'm just ready.
Well, there'll be all sorts of stuff to do there. Guilty Gear will be out.
That's true. Yeah, Guilty Gear. There will be
some more Skullgirls, probably.
Melty Blood will be out by then, probably. Yeah. So that'll be good. That'll be a good time. So for now, we do have games that we are playing still isolated for now. You've played a lot of stuff. I'm looking at your list, and you've got a big, long list here.
Oh, I had even more, but I tried to trim it down.
Jeez Louise.
I haven't been on the podcast in a few weeks, so... yeah.
Well, when I skip a week, that means that I have 3 games to talk about instead of 1. So
yeah, well, a lot of these are like 4-hour-long games. So.
Right.
Or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you want to talk about right now? Like a big opener, or would you rather...
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
I can talk about Undertale and Deltarune, which I have replayed recently, for a friend who had not seen Undertale before. And also, another thing I'll talk about later made me think of playing Undertale.
Okay.
And here's my thoughts on Undertale first. Undertale's still extremely good. It's one of the best games ever made.
I agree.
Comedy lands completely still. I can't think of any clunkers, really, when it was going. It's very earnest. The characters are all really well developed. The themes are all there. It's great. It even had more like in-depth gameplay than I remember, because in my head it was just a lot of walking around, but you do some puzzles, stuff like that. Nothing hard, but it's fun. I loved Undertale completely, played it all the way through, did the whatever normal good ending thing. I never will do the bad one. I don't have the heart for that. But yeah, when I went to go play Deltarune again, I remember when I played Deltarune, my thought was, wow, they haven't missed a beat, right? Because it had been like years. I really liked it. But like having now played Undertale and then immediately playing it, I definitely think Deltarune's a lot weaker. Like a lot weaker, I think. I still think it's very good, but when you look at like how it's structured and the themes of it all, it's just plays a lot weaker. The gameplay itself also is a lot more ambitious, which I appreciate, and I think is like ambitious in, you know, as far as that gameplay can go. But like a lot of it is just like, I don't know, like lesser Undertale. I think like Lancer is a great character, the character Lancer. He's really funny, he's great, but like all the other characters are very underdeveloped, and like I feel like even if Deltarune's only like as long as like, let's say up to the Papyrus bit of Undertale or something, maybe a little longer, I think in that time, like you have those three characters you've met Toriel, you've met Papyrus and Sans, and those three are really well developed and like fleshed out with their bits up into the end of that segment. Like you learn all about them, you learn more about the world, you learn all this stuff. In Deltarune, you learn next to nothing about the world. They basically just tell you that there are people here and that you're doing this thing for these people, which I'm sure is part of some greater thematic thing, right? Because this is going to have multiple parts.
Right.
But as is, it's just like, they just say, there is a king and there is a kingdom and you need to go into the castle and beat the guy. And it's just like very underdeveloped compared to, Undertale. Like when I look at Undertale and you look at like Toriel and Asgore, for example, to parallel the king guy that you have to beat at the end, it's like they're trying to show like a bad dad instead of like Asgore, who's a bad dad in a different way, I guess. They're trying to show like an abusive father. And it's like, but like the thing with Asgore that they're trying to show is like, mirroring that, parental guidance with the ruling of a kingdom, right? Like why he took the stance he did with everything, like the way that a dad would do this or whatever in traditional roles and stuff like that, like how dads tend to handle things, versus how like Toriel handles things as a mom or whatever, things like that, more stern or whatever, stuff like that. Like it's like, compared to that, it's like nothing. It's just like nothing. Like you just go up there and he's like, I'm evil, you have to beat me, and then you beat him. And just everything else goes so fast in that. I think Susie is like a fun character eventually, but they spend so much time on her that is just, it feels like an after school special, in a ways that Undertale does not, you know, like Undertale is this thing that is accessible to, you know, teens, even kids, I would say to a certain extent. And it's like Deltarune feels like it was almost trying to like go into that a little more, I guess. But in like a way more immature way. I don't know how to put this right, but it's like, it really feels like an after school special. Like I said, like they spend so much time beating it into your head that it's like, oh, did you know Susie's not actually bad? She's good. Whoa, she's just acting out. And like, it gets to this point where like they've resolved Susie basically. They've fixed her. They've had her be like normal at one point. And then she just has this like fight with Lancer because she misconstrues something that he says, and it goes on forever and it's so unnecessary.
Yeah, there's like two different segments that could have been cut with Susie just like heel turning, and it's just like it's a bit too much.
Yeah, it's just like, why? Because it's just like up to that point, it's like pretty okay stuff. I also think like Rowsley's very cute, don't get me wrong, but like is just exposition spout for like, but not even like complex exposition spout, just like weird stuff all the time, just like, oh golly gee, and stuff like that. Like, I feel like they back-ended all the interactions in that game, right? When you finish it, you can go around the town and stuff like that, and I think that really hurt it because Undertale is really good because right from the get-go you can talk to so many people.
Right.
Like, so many people. And you can talk to people along the way here, but it's all Knights doing a bit for Lancer. Like, when you're going through Snowdin, like, one person references Sans and Papyrus, and it's just like, those guys are jokers, but like, every single person you're running into is like, here's Lancer's backstory, here's Lancer's backstory, here's Lancer's backstory. Like, it's just like, At a certain point, it's just like, okay, so this is just the Lancer game, which is fine because, Lancer is good, but compared to like Undertale, which is like, even in this sequence that is ostensibly dedicated to Papyrus, for example, you're learning about all these other stuff. You got the fucked up bunny people in the town, the bear that says that's politics, the fucking guy, Ice Wolf, throwing ice into the ocean forever. Like, you got all this stuff going on, and I just think I appreciate all the different things Deltarune does, but I think on a second visit, I'm just thinking, especially immediately after Undertale, it just feels like a less good, I guess. Less good. It's still enjoyable. I still had fun with it, but yeah, I think Undertale is unimpeachable to me at this point now, having replayed it 5 years later? 6 years? 6 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you haven't played Undertale, I recommend everyone out there to play Undertale, because it's really fucking good still. It's really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, I feel like I should probably replay those games one day, but then at the same time, isn't that kind of against the themes of Undertale?
Yes, sometimes it's okay to remember your friends. I think that's how I felt. Like, I was just like, I need a reminder. It's like, I forgot so much stuff that happened in it. Like, I forgot it again. No, I forgot, like, all the stuff with, like, Metaton, how long it goes on for. I remembered, like, the broader strokes, but, like, there's so many good bits in it. There's so much good dialogue box work in that game. And that is something that Deltarune did get better at, I think. Mm-hmm. Like, consistently they'll pop up, like, a dialogue box, and then Susie will, like, talk over it or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I think, like that stuff, there's a lot of stuff in presentation that's a big step up in Deltarune that I think is really good, but it's just, like, I think, like, the core there is just significantly weaker. And I imagine that's, like, inevitable, right? Undertale was this long thing that took forever to make. Deltarune was like an experimental project. I'm still interested to see where Deltarune goes, because at the end, who knows, the next part could be crazy good. But yeah,
right, yeah, it probably just suffers a bit from, like, trying to be its own standalone thing while also being a part of a whole.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's see here. I don't know what I want to go into, because honestly, even though I've played some more stuff, I haven't played that much of each of them. I mean, I'll talk a little bit about how I got back into Disco Elysium. The Final Cut update came out, so it's fully voice acted, and they added a few more things. I had not played that much Disco because, I think I talked about it on here before, but when it first came out, I got it and I played it a bit, but my computer couldn't really run it. And then I got a new computer, and, they did actually update the game to make it so it could run on, like, toasters and shit, which is a little funny. But then I just kind of got swept up in being like, oh, I can run Dolphin on this. I can play Wii games now. So I got, like, really swept up in that for a while. But then they announced that they were going to do that Final Cut thing where they were like, hey, here's the, like, final version of the game where we, added all kinds of stuff. And hey, guess what? They did that, and it's really good. And Disco Elysium is still really goddamn good. It's super smart. It's super funny. It's super touching. I've only played a little bit of it, but I've basically caught up to where I was when I got back into when I played it originally, which is when you have the extremely difficult conversation with the insane giant racist man blocking you from talking to the union people.
Yeah.
Which, I feel like is a pretty, like, iconic part of that game just because it's so off the shits. But I got to get back to that, definitely. But yeah, Disco is, like, my focus soon is going to be on that and Persona Strikers, because I do want to play more of that, because, you know what? That game is also really good, but I don't have anything to really say about it.
What can you say about it? It's Persona 5
with hack and slash, yeah. But hey, the voice acting in Disco Elysium is damn good. That they did a great job dubbing over that game. It is exactly what you'd expect.
So let me preface this by saying I believe it.
Right.
However, I'm a big proponent of mild voice acting. It is my favorite thing. I think it has a lot of impact, and that's how I felt about the original game. If anything, I just wanted like slightly more moments where Kim said something or something like that. But I do believe that it's good. The thing that I cannot get behind, and this is just me, I don't like that the inner dialogue is spoken, I think. If only because I also heard that it's the same voice for all of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's the same voice actor, because they are definitely doing like different voices for different parts of the inner monologue. But I have listened. When I played through that game, I imagined all sorts of different voices, and now they're not there, which is fine because I think you can play without it, right? I'd have to check, but I mean, it was on automatically when I started it. So,
I mean, it's probably just a thing you just turn down voices or something. I don't know.
I mean, but I can look at it right now and tell you. Okay, just give me a moment. But yeah, no, I mean, I like what they're doing. I really, really like it. That game is still really rad. Very funny. It's loading right now. Music's still really good. That's something that I don't hear people talk about that much, but God, super great OST in that game.
If it didn't happen to come out the same time as Shadowbringers, I think I would have fought for it more during our Game of the Year, but it was like Shadowbringers, DMC. It's like,
yeah. I think it's getting mad at me for trying to open a game right now. No, okay, here, let's see here. Voice over mode. Yeah, no, there's a... Okay, yeah, no, straight up, there's a full voiceover, psychological, which I guess means that it's just like the voice is talking, and then classic, so you can even just make it like how it was. Okay. So there you go.
Cool. Okay, yeah, then that's totally fine.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Options. But yeah, so I guess we could hop into some news here. Here's an interesting bit of news here that folks that got dug up recently. If you remember the Homefront The Revolution, as if anyone gave a shit about that game.
The iconic game.
Yeah.
Was it Gearbox in the end? Who did that?
That was Dam Buster Studios who made it.
Yeah, but who published it? Because it's bounced around, right?
I think so. It might have been like a Deep Silver game. That sounds like Deep Silver.
Yes, it was Deep Silver. I think it was originally supposed to be THQ, and then THQ died.
Yes. So there was a tweet going around that was like what's your favorite Easter egg game developers that you put in your game? And someone replied to it with, one of the developers from Dam Buster replied to it with, I ported a full version of Time Splitters 2 into Homefront The Revolution in 4K. It's just, I forgot what the cheat code was to unlock it. And he had tried to have a friend leak it in a Discord server, and the friend got banned because they didn't believe him. And so finally, a modder by the name Lance McDonald, who I guess is also the person who has done the Bloodborne 60 FPS hack and some other stuff like that, actually went into the menus and reverse engineered them and found the codes to be able to play the full version of Time Splitters 2 in Homefront The Revolution.
How many of these exist? How many of these exist out here? That's all I'm going to say. Between this and the GoldenEye thing that was earlier this year. How many of these are there out there that we just don't know about? How many mid-tier shooters just have a game from the early 2000s stuck in them?
I mean, the thing with GoldenEye was that people knew that it existed. They just didn't think it was ever going to come out because that just got leaked out. But we knew it existed because there was videos on Rare Replay where they were talking about the GoldenEye remake, and they just couldn't actually release it because they couldn't reach a deal. And so now it just got leaked. But this one, yeah, I guess this was also known. Like, people knew about it. They just didn't know how to access it. Because, everyone digs through the code of games once they come out. Everyone's just digging through it. They just couldn't figure out how to unlock it. So yeah, it's out there. There's the codes out there. I'm not gonna read like, press L2. I'm not gonna do that. Just Google it. But if you have a PS4 or an Xbox console, because hey, like if you're playing it on an Xbox Series X or an Xbox One X or something that can put out 4K, or I guess you could even do it on PS5 as well. I don't know how that shit works, but if it can upgrade to 4K, you can play Time Splitters 2 in 4K, and I think they also said that there is a way to play multiplayer if you somehow make it, because you have to go up to an arcade machine to input the code. And so I guess if you do something to make it so multiple arcade games spawn in the same place, which you might have to like hack the game, play it on PC or something to do it, you supposedly can play Time Splitters multiplayer with somebody else doing that. I don't know. It sounds like a real mess, but honestly, there's been a lot of talk from like THQ Nordic that they like hired the like original director of Time Splitters back to like quote unquote work on the franchise again. So, they are probably going to make a new Time Splitters, and I bet this coming out is probably just adding some fuel to the fire for them being like, all right, you know what? Yeah, let's do a new Time Splitters, or at the very least remaster those old ones. Because yeah, people really love those old games, and I bet they would love to be able to play them in a way that doesn't involve booting up fucking Homefront: The Revolution.
It's got someone talking about it now. Now they can make Homefront 3. Homefront.
God,
man, who the fuck knows what they're doing over there? Okay, THQ Nordic will do fucking anything. Yeah, whatever they're called now, I don't even know.
That is what they are called now. But yeah, that would be hilarious if that is the thing that gets taken from this, because like a bunch of people are gonna buy Homefront: The Revolution now, like used for $5, so they can play Time Splitters. And so THQ Nordic are gonna be like, oh, people must want a new Homefront. I don't think I've ever played a Time Splitters.
I'm obsessed with the Wikipedia page for I haven't either. Let me say that before. The Homefront Revolution Wikipedia page says, Homefront: The Revolution received mixed reviews, with critics praising the open world and weapon customization, while criticizing, and then it just lists every single other conceivable thing you could think of.
Well, I don't know how much a used copy goes for PS4, but I guess, I would just have to see if it would be cheaper than buying a like PS2 copy of Time Splitters 2.
Yeah.
You gotta weigh
or
those
just
options.
Emulating it.
Yeah, you could just emulate it, yeah, because I'm pretty I was just talking about having Dolphin. I'm pretty sure Time Splitters was on GameCube, so there you go. Let's see here. Rose, knock out a couple more games on your list, because you got quite a few still.
Okay, related to Undertale, I was playing this game called Everhood.
Okay.
Alright. And this game wants to be Undertale so fucking bad.
Yes,
it's embarrassing.
I have heard about it. Yeah.
It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame, because when it has original ideas, they're fun. They're engaging. Mm-hmm. They're good. They hit the vibes of what, like, say the Undertale sequence where it becomes a shmup, or like, like you can shoot all of a sudden something in Undertale, stuff like that. A lot more inventive. You get the feel of that. However, they're so fixated on just trying to hit all the things with Undertale without putting any effort in. I know I just complained about Deltarune feeling like a lesser Undertale, but Deltarune feels like the best Undertale, like 1-to-1 to Undertale compared to this. Like Deltarune, like this is just, I don't want to spoil it in case anyone wants to play it, even if I'm not necessarily recommending it. I think part of the problems is, I believe, let me look this up real quick. I believe it is made by people who aren't English first language speakers. That that really makes a large part of it. There are a ton of errors in the text. They've had 4 patches since it came out last month to adjust it with community feedback because there was just so many grammatical errors, spelling errors, stuff like that. It's not that bad, but like when it's every other line, you know, and that's sort of what it was like. Right. I don't begrudge them too much for that because I know it's tough, but maybe they shouldn't have released the game if it wasn't ready, you know, something like that. The combat itself is like Guitar Hero setup, sort of. You're hopping between 5 boards. And conceptually, I really like it. And there are times where it really works and it lines up with the rhythm. But most of the time, the problem is you're not dodging to the rhythm of the song or learning which way they're coming based on the noise you're hearing. It's just like a song is playing and you are dodging it. The beats come out on the rhythm. But again, you're dodging and doing the movement, the button presses and stuff like that, not to the rhythm, to a separate rhythm entirely.
That sucks.
Yeah, I don't know why it was like that, because I feel like the obvious thing is to have them slide and then they hit the bottom of the screen when you're supposed to hit the button or something like that, like you're supposed to dodge. Very weird. Very simplistic. Again, they mix it up sometimes, and those are the parts that I really liked it. Like all of a sudden it's a kart racing game, with the same setup, basically the same lanes and everything. Sometimes you have to do it on the overworld. There was like a lot of fun things that they played with, but the rest of the time, it just wants to be Undertale. It's so cutesy. Look how cutesy it is, but there's darkness. There's evil. And then halfway through the game, this is the part where I'm going to say spoilers, so tune out for a minute, I guess, if you want to play this game. The entire game becomes the no mercy route from Undertale for the rest of the game, where you're just going around killing every single character you met.
Oh boy.
So...
And there's no options or anything like that? It's just like, you gotta kill everybody.
No. Yes, it's just you gotta kill everybody. It's because it is trying to frame it as a Buddhist thing.
Yeah?
Like a death is not bad type thing. They're like, all the characters are immortal and this is bad, so you have to stop it or whatever.
What?
They don't do a lot of legwork for that. It's just basically you going around killing everything. And this gets kind of comical, honestly, when you're going around killing everything, because you have to kill, like, every person on a map, basically. Everyone in a zone, and it tells you when you've done it.
Right.
And this includes things like signs and benches.
What?
That you have to find. So it's just like you go up and you kill a bench, and it's like, okay, this is just like absurd. It's very strange. I didn't end up finishing it yet because I was just sort of got tired of it. This is very well received on Steam, and I don't understand why. I know they'll eat anything up. Listen, don't get me wrong, but the reviews, like, I don't know. There's also several people I've seen online who say that it's very good. I just don't know. I don't know what game they're playing, because it just wants to be Undertale. It wants to be Undertale so bad, and it doesn't have it. It doesn't have it. It's a lot of the stuff that happens in it too, where they're trying to be like crazy or out there or whatever, like Undertale, like when whatever, like Undertale, and they'll be like, oh, but their concept of crazy isn't like, the dog's neck stretching forever or something like that. Right. Their idea of crazy is everything's rainbow and there's drugs, man. It's like drugs. Whoa. Everything's upside down and it's going crazy.
They're not capturing any of the actual fun at all. They're just trying too hard. They're trying to be Undertale so hard.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, it has an 84 on Metacritic. Very strange to me, because I was very disappointed, honestly. I was ready to give it a shot. I love RPG Maker game type stuff like that, like this format, the Undertale format, I guess. Like, I've been playing Amori and enjoying that, for example.
I'm sorry. Everyone keeps saying that they like Amori, and I believe them, but I can't bring myself to play the fucking Omocat game. I can't.
I know. See, I didn't know anything about them.
I can't believe it.
I didn't know a damn thing about that person at all. I had only ever seen the Toho but fucked up thing, and I learned after the fact. So I guess I'm like divorced enough But
Yeah, I'm
I totally get
jealous.
that.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I wish that I could just go into that game and enjoy it because I kind of feel like I would like it, but I just think Toho but fucked up. Every time I see anything from that game, I just think about like Cherno with an eye patch, and I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, see, the thing I like about that game is it's just like, I don't know, it's cute stuff, and then it's like more intense stuff separately, I guess. It's very separate as opposed to the, I guess, usual thing that you'd think of. But yeah, that's not Everhood, which sucks. Everhood is not very good. I'm sorry, Everhood.
So I guess what you're saying is that perhaps Omocat got the Toho but fucked up out of their system, but Everhood did not.
Get the Undertale out. No, they did not get the Undertale out of their system.
They didn't get the Undertale but fucked up out of their system. They didn't get Sans with sharp teeth.
But they're on drugs. Literally.
Okay.
Like I'm dead serious when I say it is like they are like, whoa, what were they smoking when they came up with this? Like, you go in the forest and you get some mushrooms, man, and you get all the mushrooms, and then you go there and it's like, uh-oh, having a bad trip.
You know what Toby Fox was on when he made Undertale? He was on Homestuck, which is all. Yeah,
Andrew Hussey's basement fumes.
Yeah, he was sniffing the fucking computer fumes that were emanating off of Andrew Hussey's computer while he was making Homestuck, and that,
somehow worked out well.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's
okay.
Yeah, I like the fact that it even has Undertale's font. Really,
jeez.
I think my last thought on it is just like, the thing about Undertale is they put so much work in all the characters, like I said before, and like every single character that you run into here, they put next to no effort into any of the characters, and then you just kill them and you're supposed to feel something. And
yeah, like people are like attached to, you talk about the dog that's neck grows, like that's just like a silly little joke, but you hang out with that character for long enough for it to like make an impact, and then it's just like, oh, you see them later on in the game, and so it's like, oh, I remember that, like that's great. That's so smart. That is a great way to handle it. Like Toby Fox absolutely knew that like someone would get attached to each and every one of these characters. So why not give someone enough to really give each character enough to really latch onto them? And, that was super genius. But yeah, it sounds like this Everhood game is just like, well, we have a bunch of characters and you can kill them. So it's Undertale.
Yeah, they're just like, you love them because you've talked to them once before this, and that's it pretty much. Like, there's a sequence you get pretty early into the game, because again, the murder thing happens like about halfway through the game. And there's a thing you get like maybe like 3/4 of the way there to the halfway point, where you can just go to a house and you can do a tabletop game with all of the characters that you've seen so far. And it's just like, I don't know these people. Like, I don't know who they are. Like, you can't just like keep playing up these jokes and stuff like that when like I've talked to these people once and they're all like, oh, we love you, guy. Like, it's, yeah, I don't. It was very disappointed by it. I don't understand why it has had such a positive, response, I guess. It's very confusing to me, because I was just disappointed. I was disappointed. I'm not like, oh, I hate this game, it's evil, or something. Like, it's very disappointing.
I do want to move on to something else, but I did see something on Twitter that I absolutely need to bring up that is driving me completely insane. Someone on Twitter at Quarbo Regnum emailed Gabe Newell just saying, what do you do all day? And apparently he replied 15 minutes later just saying, sit on my ball.
What?
Because he has like one of those like yoga balls that you sit on like in the office. So that's what Gabe Newell does all day, is sits on his ball.
Yeah, I believe that.
They said that he replied in 15 minutes, quote, like a true psycho.
Like a true psycho?
Oh, that's good. Holy shit. Gabe Newell off the shits. Do another game, Rose, please.
Okay. Here's one you and I can talk about.
Okay.
I'm replaying Phoenix Wright Trilogy on the 3DS.
Wow, okay. How's that treating you?
Very good. I find I'm always impressed when a game from the early 2000s has good writing, is the way I feel, right? Like the type of writing where you go, wow, this is good today. That's how I feel about Phoenix Wright. It's great. I will say, being an adult now, it makes me sit there and go, wow, Dick Gumshoe and Miles Edgeworth are fucked up individuals in those first couple games. Like, really fucked up individuals. Like, we're willing to basically do crimes. Fucked up individuals. But it's enjoyable. I think my only complaint so far is that the ending of Turnabout Sisters is like conceptually good, right? The whole like Mia's spirit is in Maya or whatever, and they're solving the case, but they do so many false endings there that it's like that's like the 30th ending, and then it's just like, here's the Deus Ex Machina, and you're just like, well, we could have just stopped before this and it would have been fine. Like,
right.
That was my only complaint. Otherwise, it's extremely funny and good still.
Yeah.
I fucking love just when Phoenix Wright is arrested in the second case, and he just says, by the way, 2 years ago, they made it so that all crime or whatever, all criminals have to prove that they're innocent in 3 days, or they go to prison immediately. And it's just like, what? And just a bunch of scenes where Phoenix is like, the crowd is on my side. And I'm like, what is the crowd, Phoenix? It's good, though. It's good. Phoenix is fucking stupid. Maya's fucking stupid. Edgeworth is fucking stupid. He's just in pain constantly. I don't know how he gets up in the morning. He is like in agony just every second of his life. I'm almost at the end of, I think, Turnabout Samurai. Is Turnabout Samurai the last one for the first one? I think it is, right?
No, the last one...
No?
The last one's Turnabout... It's the one with Gant.
Oh, okay. That is in the first one. Huh.
Yeah.
I thought that was in the second one for some reason.
In the original version, when it was on GBA, the last one was the one with Von Karma, but then they added the Gant one when they did the DS version.
Right. Von Karma is in the first one.
Yeah. Because the prosecutor of the second game is Franziska.
Did they separate them weird on the Wii?
I don't know. I mean, the only time I played those games was the original DS version, so I never played any of the like re-releases.
Because I played them on the Wii.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. This did not take me to the page I wanted. I clicked Wii Phoenix Wright, and it just took me to the Wii entry on the Phoenix Wright wiki, which just says what the Wii is.
That is strange. I mean, I know the first game, it's the initial one, and then the Mia case, and then Turnabout Samurai.
Okay, yeah.
And then... I think there's... I think that then the Von Karma... there might be... Yeah, okay, then the Von Karma case and then the Gant case.
Yeah, it's Von Karma. Okay, yeah, okay. I guess I did play the first one all the way through. I was just wondering if it was released weird or something, because I remember the Wii ones being pretty cheap. They were like $10 or something.
Yeah, no, I mean, because they were like pretty straight ports, so...
Yeah.
And then the second one has 3 bad cases, and then the last one's one of the best cases in the entire series, so...
Yep. I do remember that. But hopefully after this I'll play the DS ones that I didn't. I played like a little bit of the Dual Destiny or something.
Okay.
Is that what it is?
Dual Destinies is, other than 2, probably the most rough one, just because like
okay. I played like a little bit of it.
Yeah, the writing is very hit or miss, and B, there is like an entire like kind of offensive case.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah. But then the one after that, wait, no. Oh no, Spirit of Justice is the one after. Spirit of Justice is the latest one, and that one is just fantastic. That, like, okay. I was kind of, after I played Dual Destinies, I was kind of like, maybe I'm good. Maybe we should be done with Phoenix Wright. And then they did Spirit of Justice, and I was like, no, let's keep going. Let's keep making these. So, yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, there hasn't been one in ages, but I mean, there is that like Ace Attorney concert where it sounds like they're probably going to announce something, which might just be that collection of the Great Ace Attorney games coming out over here, which, I mean, I'm excited about because I've played everything except for those now. But I will say I do hope that you go out of your way to play Investigations, especially 2.
I played the first one.
Okay, yeah,
I believe
you should play 2. 2, like, you have to get a translation for it, but it's straight up. I would, after meditating on it for a while, I think it is the best in the series.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Well, I probably will.
All right,
I have all the DS stuff set up.
There you go. Like, that translation's really goddamn good. Like, and I mean, they got, like, a bunch of, like, I think at the time they were, like, not pro voice actors, but, like, most of the people that did did the objections and all that, and that, like, eventually became pros. Like, it was very funny, like, watching the credits to the English patch and just being like, oh shit, they had, like, Pro ZD in this. Okay. Like, he's in this. But yeah, no. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely sensational game.
It's a great series.
Yeah.
In general. It's
absolutely
a fantastic series.
I'm looking forward to being able to play the super prequel with Phoenix Wright's ancestor who teams up with Sherlock Holmes. Let's see here. Let's look at another news thing. Some of this stuff I'm not crazy familiar with. I don't know if you put this in. Did you put in the
Another Eden thing?
Yes. You could go ahead and talk about that.
This was just a bizarre one. Basically, Another Eden, which is a gacha game from the Chrono Trigger developers. I played it like a few years ago, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty alright. It's literally just a JRPG with a gacha mechanic. So here's the thing: you should just play a real RPG because it doesn't have a gacha mechanic. This was the first one that had the Persona 5 crossovers, like the first one in the wave that started, I guess, basically. But anyways, it came out on Steam, runs really bad, and people found this weird thing that just had kernel privileges in the folder that was just called, like, WSFDR, which is a very alarming name because it sounds like it's saying, like, Windows System, whatever, something, something like that. No, it was just anti-cheat for the fucking gacha game, that needs to be fucking kernel level, and because they said for the fair playground for everyone. And again, this is a single player gacha game. Like, this is a single player JRPG. I am just wondering here, what is the deal with, like, why is everyone just have to do this kernel level anti-cheat now when, like, most cheat software isn't even that deep? Like, is this really necessary? Because it seems bad. But yeah, the developers didn't say anything about it for like a week. So people were just like freaking out about it because the game already ran pretty bad.
Jeez, that's off the shits.
Yeah.
I just can't get over, like, how bad and, like, overreaching a lot of this anti-cheat and anti-piracy stuff is, that, like, so often it gets cracked almost immediately, so the pirates just have a better experience than people who paid for it.
Yeah, and here it's just like, I don't know what the hell it could be doing. I don't know how bad their server infrastructure is for a gacha game where, like, you could ostensibly go, like, you need this type of thing running. Cause, like, Fate Go, right? Fate Go, if you just, like, mod yourself to have a bunch of Saint Quartz, as soon as it pings the fucking server, it knows that you faked it, right? Like, it knows, like,
yeah,
don't need the thing on your phone that's, like, rooting it to do that.
Yeah. Very bizarre.
I don't know.
I mean, do you think because it's so single player that they thought that people would just be, like, completely disconnecting themselves from the internet to play it just so they can hack it?
But, well, you can't. You have to be online for it. It's constantly downloading each new map. It's like menus that you have to access that are all server side. Like, yeah, that's
a lot. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. It's just a messy game also is just the thing. Like I see people go like, don't miss out on this. It's just a JRPG and you don't have to roll the gacha. But I'm like, what if I just played a JRPG where I don't roll the gacha? And I was about to say like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but not like Xenoblade Chronicles 2. You have to roll the gacha. Just a little joke. But like real, there's so many. Like
yes.
you don't have to play this. You could just go play Chrono Trigger again. You don't have to like, I thought this was enjoyable. I don't think the story was anything crazy. I thought it was like funny at times and enjoyable, but I just sat there and I was like, why is this a gacha game? Why? Like,
because they just saw the money signs, even though they didn't like think it through at all.
It's crazy. This one, existing still though, has raised a lot of things in my mind about when studios are shutting down. Like, for example, when they shut down the Madoka game, the Madoka game at its lowest peak made triple what this game has made at its best, and this game has been going for 4 years. So
isn't the Madoka game like still going in Japan, or is it completely shut down?
It is. It's completely successful in Japan. Yeah.
Oh well, okay, that's weird.
I think that I have, not to go off rails here, but I believe the conspiracy theory that they just used it to get a cash infusion so that they could immediately shut it down. Like they were just like, oh, because they did every single big major banner like back to back to back when they should have been stretched out across like years in that.
That's off the shit.
Like, we're gonna trick all the crazy whale people to buy it all, and then we'll shut it down. You don't have to pay for the servers. I think they did the same thing with the Symphogear game.
I believe it. Vile. So, recently, I got a bunch of money because I sold my PS4. And so,
right, yeah.
I went back to the game store and I kind of had a little spree. I had a shopping spree. I bought fucking Hamtaro Hams Unite.
It's a good one.
For the Game Boy Color. It's a good game. I bought, Little Battlers Experience for the 3DS, which I have bought like 3 times before. I just keep like losing it or selling it or something. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm doing with that game, but I have it now and I'm going to try to keep it that way because it's kind of cool. And then I also got Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, which, that I've played a bit of. Oh yeah, I also got Magical Star Sign in the shrink wrap, which is very weird. I opened a DS game. Like, I cracked the fucking plastic on a DS game about a week ago. It's just very bizarre, but also very exhilarating. I'll probably never do that again. That was a thing. But I've actually played Sakuna. And, that game is interesting. When I first saw it, I think I saw a little bit of it because the Ina VTuber was playing it, and I was like, I'm just going to take a peek on this. Because I don't really watch streams. That's not my bag. But I just took a peek at it, and I was like, this seems pretty neat. It kind of sort of reminded me of Muramasa the Demon Blade. But actually putting my hands on it, it's not that advanced, which is a shame. It is very basic, hack and slash, button mashy kind of stuff. There's a little bit more than that, but it's not anything too much. But it is super charming. It plays this little shithead goddess who accidentally lets a bunch of humans into, like, a big festival, and she accidentally burns up a bunch of rice that was supposed to be an offering to, like, a higher goddess. And so you go with the humans. You are banished away with them to go grow some rice and make a new offering. And so what you do is you just, you have like a little farm where you're growing rice, and then you go out into like a bunch of different like short side-scrolling levels to defeat enemies and either like upgrade your weapons or upgrade the farm and get like new items so you can help like, you know, grow more rice or, you know, get different fruits. And something that's really neat is that as you go out, you can collect like different items, like, you know, different foods and stuff, and like meat from killing enemies. And what you bring home, you use as dinner, and then that will give you stat buffs based on what you use. And then even certain meals will have different outcomes, because like at the beginning of the game, one of the characters is like a strict like vegetarian because of like his like kind of not really well thought out beliefs. But then everyone kind of sits there and just talks to him and is just like, like it's not bad that you're a vegetarian, but also like the way that you're talking, it doesn't really make sense that you're just eating plants and not eating meat. And he's just kind of like, oh, well, you're right. And then he just starts eating meat because he's just like, well, yeah, I never really thought about it. But it's got a really, like, the voice acting is also very good in this game. I think it's very cute. It's very fun. But it's also not like gonna kick your pants off or anything like that. It's a very like B tier game. But we don't get very many of those games lately. So it's charming. It's absolutely charming in a way that like you wouldn't get from a big bombastic game. I'd recommend it, but probably wait until it's like on sale on the eShop or something, just because I have brain worms and I had to get a physical copy. And I didn't pay too much for it, but it's kind of a rare game because I think it was I think like Marvelous or someone published it, and it's one of those things where it's just like, oh, nobody thought that this game was going to be a hit. It's just they just printed enough to kind of like satiate the people they think will buy anything from like a Japanese studio or whatever. But it was good enough that it's kind of rare. So yeah, if you see it around and it's not too expensive, I'd say hop on it. But it is kind of rare. It's one of those games that I bet is going to be like $80-$90 in like a year or two. So
sure.
Yeah. Speaking of games that are from Japan, where a lot of video games are made, Neo: The World Ends With You is coming out in the summer.
It sure is. July 27th.
For Switch and PS4, but it's also going to be on Epic Game Store, and we don't know exactly when.
Yeah, I guess they bought Square Enix.
I guess so.
Fucking, because Kingdom Hearts just came out.
Yeah.
There.
But they bought Nomura at least.
Yeah, they bought Nomura's. Yeah, they're Nomura's pocket.
I have no opinion on this. I bounced off of The World Ends With You when I was younger.
Wow.
Did you like The World Ends With You, Rose?
I'd like everything Nomura's ever made, yes.
I didn't need to ask that. I was halfway through that sentence and I was like, this is the dumbest thing I'm going to say today.
It's okay. No, it's a very good game. The soundtrack's amazing. I need to go watch the anime because I've only heard exceptional things about it. Apparently it's extremely good. Mm-hmm. All like completely on model, which is the thing that I was worried about. Fantastic stuff because, very iconic art style. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I hope it's good. I imagine it might be good. The character designs are all really good. Yeah, this has been a long time coming, mainly because they've been killing Nomura for the last, 11 years since it came out or something. More than that, probably. It's probably like 2008 or something. But yeah, I love the original. This stuff looked pretty good since it seems like they're just going full party this time. Mm-hmm. Whereas the thing with the original game was because it had 2 screens on the DS, you always just had one partner and they were on the top screen. Mm-hmm. For the whole game. And they switched it out every chapter, basically. So this time it looks like you're a full party and you can do stuff like go get Yakuza food type things, like whatever, like in Yakuza 7, where you go get food with everyone. That's good. Yeah, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I imagine if the combat has been designed for the Switch, it'll probably be better than what I feel about the combat in the ports of The World Ends With You that they've done since the DS, because I really liked the DS combat. I know some people don't, but as someone who can't pay attention to one thing and needs to pay attention to multiple things, it was great. I loved it. Mm-hmm. So I felt like when they cut it down to one screen, obviously they were just like basically cutting the combat depth in half, right, with how all the stuff is designed. So hopefully it'll be a little better since they're working with that in mind first. But I'm excited for this.
Good. I hope all you sick fucks that enjoy this... No, I'm just kidding. But for real, I do hope all you The World Ends With You fans are fed well, because I feel like this season of anime is going to be a great appetizer for the new game. It definitely has some style. I thought the combat did look pretty fun. It reminded me like a bit of how Kingdom Hearts 3 looked, but a little bit more stylish. Looks cool. Looks cool.
As long as it has Tin Pin Slammer, I'll be fine.
They better. I remember kind of getting into that. It was fun. I should give that game another shot.
You should. It's a good game.
As the DS, as the handheld bastard, as the complete in-box handheld bastard, I will try to find a copy of The World Ends With You, as long as it's not like $50 or so. I bet it's going to be fucking $50 now that I think about it. God damn it.
What if I told you I had a copy of The World Ends With You for the Nintendo DS?
We could talk about this after the podcast. We can figure this out.
I don't actually know if that's true anymore, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay, well, again, we'll see.
Anyways.
Tell me about more games.
I'm excited for this. Okay, I'll talk about the last game later, because it's the big one.
Okay.
Or whatever that I've mainly been doing. But here's 2 games that go sort of together. All right. Loop Hero.
Yes.
I'm playing a lot of Loop Hero, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if I've talked about Loop Hero on the podcast before. I don't think I have. I don't think I've been on it since it came out. Well, Loop Hero's fun is the thing. Mm-hmm. Loop Hero is this game where I'm sure everyone's heard about it by now because it's very popular, but you put little cards around and you make the world around you as your little guy goes around on a loop and fights. Mm-hmm. You level up, you get your stats up. You don't like allocate stats really or anything. You have him go around the loop and you build the world around him, and building the world around him makes, different enemies appear in different places, and then different attacks happen on different tiles and stuff like that. And there's all these fun interactions. It's fun. It's like a roguelite type thing. Mm-hmm. I don't have much to say about it. Just other than it's really fun, and I love this style of game because I hate card games. I'm sorry, John. I don't have the brain for it. It's not that I hate them. It's not that I don't respect them. I guess that's the wrong way to say it. It's just I can't do them personally. My brain can't wrap around the minutia of cards and building decks. So this type of card game where it's just like, this tile that does one thing. And it makes like a visual aid. There's a lot of visual aids, and you don't really have to think about your deck building. You're just randomly handed it and told you have to do something with it. I really like that a lot. My only complaints with the game is that the balancing as it goes further in, it becomes very, very hard once you get to like chapter 3. But it's still enjoyable to just keep going. I think the only reason it's hard is because they require a lot of resource grinding. That's the only thing I would want them to change, really, is that it can take a while to unlock things and figure things out in a way that is just sort of you bashing your head against the wall,
right?
Instead of And sometimes you can just bad RNG. You know how those games are. But it's still fun. But on the flip side of that, a game that is completely fun is I just started playing Dorf Romantic.
Quite a name.
It's DORF ROMANTIK. Yeah, it is quite a name. This is great. So this is like Loop Hero, okay? Mm-hmm. You're given little hexagons to put, and they can like connect to each other on a map. There is no stress involved with this. You are just building a little town with these hexagons, and you don't have to follow any specific rules. There's some suggestions, like if you combine the crystals this way or whatever like that, you get more points for this. There's like points you get or whatever to unlock more stuff. And it's just like, you're basically just making these little towns that look cute. Little like towns out of these hexagons. And it's like you make the rivers, you connect all the rivers. You get like train tracks, you get your trains. Eventually you get a train you can put on the train tracks that makes the train go like all across the train tracks, and it's just constantly going while you're continuing to build. It has nice easygoing music. It's like Loop Hero's like the like hardcore intense version of this. This is like the nice relaxed time. I'm not big into like relax games that people talk about relaxing with. Like, I don't relax when I'm playing Animal Crossing, if I'm being real with you. I am like driven. I am like focused on something. And I can't get into games like The Sims. That's mainly because of mouse and keyboard stuff, but besides that, I realized it's a similar thing to the card games where it's just like, if I am left to my own devices to create my own fun, I am very bad at it, is my thing. So the way this works is they just give you, a tile, basically. Just every turn you have a tile. You can't change what tile it is. You can't, you can't like decide what tiles are going to be in your deck or anything like that. You just get a random tile and you have to decide where to put it. And it just means that you're making like completely different towns every time. And it's just like a lot of like Bob Ross style, like, oh, this would be nice. Little house over here. Little house. What if we just had a little house over here? Or what if we had a little river going right through this town? Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be.
Just a nice little river. Like, it's stuff like that. It's so nice. It's just nice to play, you know? Like, there's no stress. There's like even when you like run out of tiles and you lose, quote unquote, like, you're unlocking stuff every time. It's an early access, so they're going to keep adding stuff too. It just came out in early access. And it's just like, I'm very impressed by it because, it's made by 4 design students who are in college. And I think it's like exceptionally good. Like, I am very impressed by, like, I haven't had any technical issues. It's like everything looks very, very good visually. Like, it just looks very quaint and easygoing. And everything like slides together perfectly. The balance is really well considered. Like, it's very good. I recommend it for just chilling out. Like, it's very fun.
All right. That sounds good. I'm glad that you have some good relax games.
Yeah, like I said, like, I'm not very good at that type of stuff. Like, if I'm relaxing, I'm playing Final Fantasy 14, and let me tell you, that's determined on other players, buddy. Let me tell you, other players, they don't want you to have a good time.
No, I wouldn't know, but sure. Let's see here.
Apex lives the same way.
I mean, you're good at Apex though, so
I'm good at Apex.
Yeah.
The random people I try to queue with when I'm not playing with friends, like to think they're good at Apex, let's say, in a very charitable way.
All right. So, the next bit of news here, I haven't really looked at this yet, because this just kind of happened recently, or I guess people are talking about it now because this is dated 2 days ago. I just haven't really looked at it. Is this new policy change that Twitch did for addressing severe off-service misconduct. I think this is specifically due to the Capitol storming that happened earlier in the year. I guess since a bunch of people were like streaming themselves storming the Capitol, Twitch wants to be like, hey, if you do fucked up shit, and even if it's off Twitch, we can still enforce policy on your actions, even if it's off of Twitch. So here it says, this is how they are approaching it. Someone is harassed on Twitch as well as off Twitch. When this happens, we'll take into account verifiable off-service behaviors or statements that relate to an incident that took place on Twitch. So I guess is the sort of thing that's like, if you're like stalking a streamer, then that would be something that they get involved with. But here's the other category. You'll now enforce against serious offenses that pose a substantial safety risk to the Twitch community, even if those actions occur entirely off Twitch. Examples of these include deadly violence and a violent extremism, terrorist activities or recruiting, explicit and or credible threats of mass violence, leadership or membership in a known hate group, carrying out or acting as an accomplice to non-consensual sexual activities and or sexual assault, sexual exploitation of children, such as grooming and solicitation of underage sexual materials, actions that would directly and explicitly compromise physical safety of the Twitch community, such as threatening violence at a Twitch event, and explicit and or credible threats against Twitch, including Twitch staff. So that is...
We're gonna see how true they are to holding this up. Because 8 of these will happen before the end of the month with big name streamers, and we will see. Are they going to do anything about it when, let's say, I don't know, I am pulling this out of my ass here, okay? I don't know any big streamers. Shroud says a slur, or I don't know, Shroud is revealed to have been leading, I don't know, some sort of militia or something like that, right? Like, if that happens, do you think they're really going to give up that money that he brings in? Because historically...
Yeah, I mean...
They've only eliminated that one man that we despise.
Yeah. I mean, they've set up an email address to send in any proof of off-service misconduct. It's just it's a bit, it's interesting, but I mean, I get it. Like, they want to make sure that people aren't just like going around spreading hate and then getting on Twitch and making money off of them. That makes sense. But
yeah,
I don't know. I guess it would have to be a sort of, we have to see. It has to be seen to be believed so far. Okay, so I'll talk about the last game that I played, which is the game that I think I've played the most of, is the new game by Team Ladybug, who made my favorite game of 2019? Was it 2019?
Yep.
Yeah.
2019. Yep.
My favorite game of 2019, Toho Luna Nights. God, what was my favorite? Oh yeah, never mind. God, I don't know what year it is anymore.
That's what that year did. We all know.
Yeah,
we all know.
Yeah. My favorite game of 2019, Toho Luna Nights. They are back. They fully released their follow-up, Record of Lodoss War, Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth. I have no history with Record of Lodoss War. I haven't watched any of it. I haven't read any of it, etc., etc. But I do know a good Metroidvania when I play one. And let me tell you, this is a good, I would say maybe even great Metroidvania. But it ain't nowhere near as good as Toho Luna Nights. Like, I'll be honest, I think the big thing is that Toho Luna Nights' gimmick is just better. Like, the time stop mechanic is so much more interesting than what you do in Record of Lodoss War. So, the two gimmicks in that game are that you pick up two, like, sprites that are either, like, wind or fire, and you can swap between them, and they give you slightly different bonuses. Like, when you have the wind, you can float, and I think with the fire, your attacks do a little bit more damage, just baseline. But it's basically just Ikaruga, where, like, some enemies will take more damage, some enemies are immune to one and not the other, and sometimes there's, like, if an enemy shoots fire at you, you can switch to the fire, and then you'll just absorb it, and it'll refill your MP gauge. So it's not terrible, but it's not anywhere near as badass as the time stopping, or, like, being able to, like, stop time, throw knives, and then stand on top of the knives, and then use that to boost yourself up, throw more knives, or, stop time to dodge a move, or, slow down time so you can, like, skim past a bunch of attacks and refill your health and ammo. Like, Toho Luna Nights is such a stylish, slick, incredible game. Like, oh my god, just talking about it right now is making me so pumped up. Like, I just love that game so much. And I remember playing that game and streaming it, and that moment where, and it's such a dumb, small thing, but while I was playing that game, just, like, having a chandelier falling down and me stopping time right before it was about to hit me without even thinking. And then, like, my brain processing what I had just done and just being like, this game is so good. But it's almost unfair to be like, okay, well, yeah, let's compare this game to that one, because, like, Luna Knight's such a perfect, like, Metroidvania, and this one is just, like, good. It's just good. They very much just wanted to do Symphony of the Night, like, Deedlit moves like Alucard,
yeah, after images and everything.
Yeah, has the after images like Alucard. But I mean, like, specifically, like, just the way that, like, her sprite moves, it is, like, the exact, like, movement that Alucard has in Symphony of the Night. But the other thing that they have, which is also, like, pretty weak for a gimmick, is just that she has a bow and arrow, and then you use the bow and arrow to solve some puzzles. And that's kind of it. So, it's fine. It is a good game. Like, I am not upset that I bought this. I am very happy to keep playing Team Ladybug stuff, but it's fine. It's just good. It's just good. I would recommend it if you like Metroidvanias. Absolutely pick it up. If you liked Luna Nights, absolutely check this out. But, it's not that instant classic that Toho Luna Nights was. Like, I wouldn't double dip for this. I still haven't gotten around to buying Luna Nights on Switch, but, like, I will buy Toho. See, I have this little nagging feeling that someone's gonna do a physical release of that game. because I don't want what happened to me with No More Heroes to happen again. All right? Because I've spent like $200 on No More Heroes for Switch, and it could have been $40 less if I had waited. So I want to see if they do a physical version of Luna Knights for Switch, or just for something, so I can buy it there. But if they don't, then I'll just buy the eShop version, and then they'll probably announce a limited run like a week later. We'll see. But yeah, no, Record of Lodoss War, definitely good. Not incredible, but good. Rose, would you like to...
I'd agree from what I'd play.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Would you like to talk a little bit about your feelings of the game?
I've only played, like, first boss, second boss. Yeah, no, I generally just agreed with you. I was just going to say, yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. Basically. It's very good so far.
Okay.
But definitely not the instantaneous just keep going like Toho Luna Knight that I felt like I stopped pretty quickly. I did have some technical issues with what I was doing, but it was just, which was a part of it, but I definitely was like, I could take a break now. Whereas with Luna Knight, I was like, I'll just keep going.
Right.
Just keep going.
Hey, did you play their SMT game?
No, I did not. I mean, was that the Jack Bros?
Yes. That's the one that they just released for free because of the, it was the, was it A Strange Journey? It was the Strange Journey remake for 3DS.
Right.
Yeah. Which, that game's good too.
Yeah.
It's on archive.org with the translation and everything. Rose, would you like to round us off with the big game that you've been playing, or do you want to talk about the last fucking insane story?
I'll do the game first, and then we can talk about the insane story.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Let's end this with the nightmare realm that we have entered.
So Monster Hunter Rise.
Yay!
Came out. I don't know if anyone's talked about it, because again, I haven't been on in the 2 weeks since it's been out. But it is Monster Hunter, if you can believe it.
Wow.
They made Monster Hunter again. This one is great. I saw a lot of people before it came out already saying stuff that does not make any sense to me, which was stuff like, this is the Monster Hunter going back to the old core audience. This is just Monster Hunter World again, in terms of accessibility, in terms of approachability, in terms of ease of access. All those things are here. And arguably there is more. The new wire bug thing, which is the main gimmick of the game, where you're basically doing Spider-Man swings everywhere, and you have special little moves with these little bugs that you swing around on. They're great. It makes basically exploring a Monster Hunter map, which, as you know, is generally a very stiff experience, right? It's Monster Hunter. Things are stiff. Everything's so fast now because you're either riding on a dog or you're using this bug to basically Breath of the Wild up everything. Like that sort of Breath of the Wild feel where you're like, you see that rock? You can climb that rock. You can just climb on anything, right? You can do that in Monster Hunter now. And that really opens up a lot of, good feelings, I guess, out of a series that is generally very stiff, very regiment, very like you are doing this, you are going here, you're fighting against yourself sometimes, right? With animation priority and stuff like that. But no, while there's still, that focus on action-based combat and learning how to fight and learning each monster's patterns and stuff like that, it's all so much easier. You feel like you have all these tools. It doesn't make you feel overpowered, but you definitely feel a lot cooler, and in a much more structured way than it was in, for example, when I was playing Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate on the Switch, which came out after World, I believe, or was ported after World anyway. That one had a bunch of moves for everything, but it was still old school Monster Hunter, but it was like you do a cool anime move every 2 minutes or something. This time, since everything's tied to these bugs, which regenerate in like 10 seconds, you're doing cool moves all the time. And these moves aren't like, defining what your weapon does like they did in that game. Like when you chose those moves, you were basically like saying, my weapon is now unable to do this or is going to do this or something. Now it's just like, no, I'm just making like my skill set cooler now. I have this to use in this situation. A bunch of stuff has parries now, which is good because, everyone loves parries, right? Everyone loves them. So giving it as an option to everyone, I think is a great move. Yeah, it's hard for me to say much bad about it, other than the thing that you might remember me complaining this about Monster Hunter World. I hate live service games.
Mm-hmm.
And this one in particular, don't get me wrong, there's not a lack of content. There's plenty of content in the game right now. There's like, I think 50 monsters or something like that. However, there is a patch coming in a couple weeks that will add a handful of monsters. And then there's a big ending patch that will add several monsters and a new ending to the game next month. And I don't like that because the game basically doesn't end right now. You beat, there's a story and there's some like stuff in the multiplayer quest that you can go on further on, but basically just at a certain point, the credits roll and you're just like, really? Okay. Whereas like in Monster Hunter World, there was like a big boss, I'd say like halfway through the game. And then you do like all the high rank stuff. You start getting into like the more complex, like end game stuff. And then there's a definitive ending for that too. Before they started doing expansion stuff. This one just ends right now because they're adding that other one later. And I think that's really weird.
Weird.
It's the only thing that I'm against. And it just like, it's this reoccurring trend in games recently that I'll keep saying, but developers are realizing they can just get away with not making a complete game, basically, and just pushing that line out further and further as to, okay, this is fine because what would have just been the ending of the game, well, it's going to be a patch so people can take their time and enjoy it, and we'll do little mini patches along the way to keep them playing and stuff like that. And then the end game loops are based around that. The idea that you're going to keep playing month after month. And I don't know if I needed this like live service loop to keep playing Monster Hunter, you know? Like I would have kept playing Monster Hunter the old way. I think even if the game is not it's like, because it is separated like this, you see these little like bits that are scattered around everywhere where you go, why is this here? Oh, probably because it will be answered in this patch that comes out in 2 months, right? Like something like that. Like now games are just full of stuff like that. And I'm just like, ugh. Like you have to just basically go into everything with the assumption that, well, not everything is going to be solved or answered, and some things might not make sense because it is a thing that is constantly in development. And I don't like that. I don't like it at all. But again, the game itself is great. There's plenty to do still. I've been playing every weapon because I'm insane. I've mainly been doing the gun lance this time, which I had never done before. And that's really fun in this one because, if you look at like what the gun lance was like in old Monster Hunter games, it's this very stiff thing with a lot of very stiff moves. Now you're like using your lance as a rocket to fly around everywhere and like launching around and boosting. And it's very fast and very fun. You do like side steps and stuff. It's very satisfying and I'm having a lot of fun with it. But yeah, that's Monster Hunter. The new monsters are all very, very good, I think. That's the good thing. I'm a little disappointed. Okay, this is the thing that I complain about all the time in games, but in Monster Hunter World, they established all these new monsters are in this new continent, right? And that's why they're all like specifically there and they're built for these spaces. All those guys are just in this one now. And it's just like, oh, okay. So they weren't from there, huh? They were in old time Japan too. Whatever. That's just a little thing that gets me mad sometimes. Final Fantasy gets me with it a lot in 14 because it was like, they'll be like, oh, look, this dragon is specifically for this zone. It can only exist in this area. All the lords, and then you go to like the new end game content. It's just like, they're just here. I don't know. Hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, good game. I'll have a review up at some point once I finish the story, quote unquote, which is taking quite a while. Do you want to go to this crazy news now? This insanity? This horrible nightmare?
I will, but I don't want to. That want is a very strong word. So this was reported on by good old Jason Schreier. That guy can get anyone to talk.
I sure can.
Yeah, for real. I don't know what he does, but He sure does it. But he interviewed a bunch of folks, got some talking from Sony's Visual Arts Service Group, who they have been mostly just helping out with big games like your Spider-Man, your Uncharted, etc., etc. They're just like a backup group. But some of those folks were they were like, oh, we want to do our own thing. We want to have our own game under our belts. We're not just gonna help somebody do something. We're gonna do something ourselves. And so they decided that their thing would be, well, initially they wanted to remake Uncharted 1, which I get, because Uncharted 1 is kind of rough. I get it. But I guess that would have been too hard. So instead they said, we're gonna remake The Last of Us, which already has a remaster for PS4.
That is playable on the PS5.
That is playable on the PS5. That is probably
it also came out 8 years ago, right? I guess now. But that remake came out, what?
4.
6 years ago? 5. Huh.
So, that's stupid. But then there's this other layer of the story where, instead of just letting them do it, Sony said, actually, we're just gonna have Naughty Dog do it, and you're just going to back them up like you always have. So Sony won't even let them do their own thing. And then there was also talk of Bend Studio, which is the people that made Days Gone. They wanted to make a Days Gone 2, and Sony said no, which, fair. And so people left from there because they felt like they were being stifled. And I guess now they're making a new IP, which, I mean, I don't want to be mean, but that sounds better than Days Gone 2. I would have been more happy to be there if I wasn't making Days Gone 2, but I guess the people there would have been proud of their work. So, I mean, it doesn't make sense to me, but it probably makes sense to them. But, yeah, this sounds fucking insane. I guess some other Sony Bend people are actually going to be helping make another Uncharted, which... all of this stuff sounds like shit. I don't want any of this. I don't want another Uncharted. I like Uncharted. I liked that series. I don't want more of that. Uncharted 4 is pushing it. There shouldn't be more. And then they're gonna remake The Last of Us. The reason why they're remaking The Last of Us is because they have the TV show coming out. And they want fucking buzz off of that. It's drive me fucking insane, Rose.
It's not good. It's really not good. I'm honestly, I'm surprised they're not letting them make Days Gone 2. I know you and I can sit here and say, whoa, well, like, of course they wouldn't. It's not a very good game. It's very trite, very
totally
basic stuff. But
it's sold.
It was still like, it was the best-selling PlayStation exclusive game or whatever of 2019.
Yeah.
Like,
it's insane. It makes zero sense.
Yeah. Like, I want Naughty Dog to be dissolved by the US government or something. There is so much evil in that place now. I feel like it is just a place of evil. The fact that Sony is basing basically their entire life around them now is crazy to me. It's insane. I don't know what's caused it. I don't know what's caused it. I guess it's just like, it became such a critical darling for some reason. And they were just like, well, this is our time to shine. And it's just like, I hope it collapses on them. I really do. Sony has been really bad for a very long time, and they need a good kick in the pants at the very least.
Rose, I feel like a fucking jackass for buying a PlayStation 5.
I bet. It's, hey, Final Fantasy 16 will be good in a year.
Like, I like, obviously, this wasn't exactly overnight, but I bought a PS5 because I was expecting them to have, some of that good Sony Japan flavor. Like, I bought it because I felt like there was going to be that stuff. And, like, pretty soon after I got it, all of that just wasn't a thing anymore.
Yep. And, like, it's crazy to me, especially because I know they're keeping them people around, quote unquote, to keep doing it. But, like, Astro's Playroom being so well received should have been, like, them going, oh, cool, so people like what that studio makes. People never shutting the fuck up about Bloodborne should have made them go, oh, people like what that studio does. Like, Instead them going, no, but people really like The Last of Us because it's always trending on social media because, I don't know, some fucking idiots are fighting about it or something.
I'm honestly surprised.
God of War.
I'm honestly surprised that one weirdo Twitter account who takes pictures in Days Gone every single day didn't just single-handedly like summon a sequel into the world.
He deserved it, man. You know, like we joke about him, but that man's living his best life. If we could make him a little happier, you know. I mean, just it doesn't hurt me none. Yeah, it doesn't hurt me none to let him have days. Look, you know what? Say what you will about Days Gone, but it is not The Last of Us Part 2. You know, like what I'm saying. Like it is just boring. It is just generic. It is just by the numbers in a way that is completely inoffensive to the larger conversation. And
they put that on a PS Plus. Maybe I'll give it a shot.
They did.
You know?
Well,
yeah.
Well, I don't think. I bet it's not particularly good. I bet it's just fine.
Hey, you know what?
I bet it's just fine.
Free, so you know.
Yeah. I just this sucks.
It
this
does.
news
It
really sucks. I think like the fact that, especially considering like I just grown to God of War. God of War is basically just The Last of Us at this point. Let's be realistic here. They're the same fucking game, basically. It is Sad Dad, but the next one will probably be like Sad Kid or whatever. They're gonna make fucking his son gay. You know they are. You know what? I just realized this. They're gonna make his son gay. That's what their twist is gonna be, because that'll be the it's the same game. What is their other game? Horizon? Basically the same game, just open world. I shouldn't be mean to Horizon, I guess, comparatively, honestly. I think like the damage caused by those other things is far worse. And it's just bad. It's just bad because this is being heralded as not this specific news, but those two games in particular were heralded as like, oh, well, publishers said there couldn't be successful single player games. Yeah, the stupid publisher said that, first of all. Like, the ones you should never listen to, EA and Activision. And they're like, this proves single player games can be good. And it's like,
no, it doesn't.
Like, no, every game is now just either Destiny or The Last of Us. It can either be one of those two. Like, that's every AAA game now. Like, fuck, man.
I don't want either of those.
I would take the FPS boom over this, straight up. Straight up. I would rather play a bunch of generic FPSs than this.
Because at least every once in a while there was something. Somebody had an idea.
Yeah, there was a Singularity.
Yeah.
There was a Titanfall 2.
Yeah. There were things.
Like, the fuck is happening here? Like, the things I hear about Outriders is that it's like fun enough, right? But it's just like, what's the thing that sets it apart? Well, you can change the stats on the guns. Like, okay, great. Like,
it's bad.
There's nothing stands out between all of them because they all have to follow the same loop. They all have to follow the same thing.
American video games be stale right now.
It's pretty bad. Again, the indie scene's great. Like I said, Loop Hero's great.
Yeah, American AAA, I should say.
Yeah, the AAA market is just,
it's rough.
It's bad. It is like in its death knells. I really think, like, I've been saying this for years, but this specifically made me go, oh wow, okay, so you're just accelerating the death. All right, let's go. Like, I don't know. We are not for want of good games yet. Still, I will say there are so many good ones still being made. There's so many good ones that are still coming out this year that have just come out. Like, I just talked about a bunch that I really liked that were new. Like, you know, like After the Dwarf Romantic, like that's an independent game for you know, college students, and that's great. Like, Monster Hunter Rise, for all of its live service stuff, it's not compromising on its existing gameplay and stuff like that for the sake of it. Like, it's still fun. It's still great. Like, Disco Elysium, you know, like, these are all great stuff, and I'm sure they'll keep being great stuff. I'm super stoked for the new Hollow Knight later this year. But yeah, I think they would have to do something to trick me into reviewing one of these big games again, I think, after The Last of Us 2, like, destroyed my soul. I can't, like, what is the next Naughty Dog game going to be that's not The Last of Us remastered now or whatever?
Right.
The remake. Like, what is it going to be? Is it going to be, like, Uncharted 5? Like, is it The Last of Us 3? Like, And when you make The Last of Us 3, are you not then immediately compromising on your alleged belief system that The Last of Us 2 was saying you believed in? That, like, this is all terrible stuff that you're experiencing? Like, it's so tiring. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Well, do you want to move on to questions?
Yeah.
If you want to send in questions, go to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. So I did check our Twitter DMs as well, and I don't know what the fuck is going on, but someone just DM'd us like a wish list for Sonic games they want.
Okay. Well, did you see this news about Sonic Colors?
Well, there's that. Yeah, there is that. It seems like they're doing a remaster for Sonic Colors because they like dubbed it in German, and that got leaked out. But this person, I'm not gonna read their @ because I don't want anyone to bother them. But their name is Scott. I will say their name is Scott. Scott asks us. There are questions. Okay, there is a question actually here. Will there be a Sonic 30th anniversary virtual party event? Will it feature new Sonic games?
Ooh.
But then there's a list of things that they want from this event. They want Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 remakes.
All right.
A new main series Sonic game. A Sonic Mania sequel. A new Chow Garden mobile game.
Yeah.
New info for Sonic Prime, which I think is the like Netflix show.
Oh yeah, that is. Yeah.
And then new info for the Sonic movie.
I could take or leave that.
And then Scott has a demand for us.
Okay.
I'm hoping for you to do a podcast for June 23rd for Sonic's birthday.
For Sonic, I do like Sonic.
Are we going to do a podcast?
Let's check the calendar.
Let's see, June. No, we won't.
No, we won't. We can pretend it's a late birthday.
Sure, yeah. I mean,
I'll mention Sonic.
That is that is my brother's birthday as well. I just realized this. Sonic will not be. My brother will not be 30 on that day, but Sonic will be, and I guess we will celebrate it somehow. But do you think that there will be a Sonic 30th anniversary virtual party event that will feature new Sonic games? I don't know.
I hope so, because that was a fucking experience. Do you remember that?
I mean, I remember
that was so good.
I remember the thing that was at PAX, but that was like a live event. You know?
No. Do you remember the 25th anniversary?
I thought that was like a PAX party.
No, that was like they rented out a venue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was at South by Southwest. I think it was at some kind of event. It was at like a convention.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. I thought it was at the Los Angeles Center or some Los Angeles, not center, but like a bar or something.
It was like
a
during
club.
a thing. Like I think it was at South by Southwest. And yeah, they rented out a place, and it was I remember it was a nightmare. It was very funny. It was very good. But I think that was when they announced like Sonic Mania and Sonic, the one that you like, where Sonic gets arrested.
The one that Forces, Sonic
yes.
Forces.
That was when they were like, that's going to be the next gen Sonic game. And it was.
That was really good. Okay, that was really good. That whole thing was really good.
It was good. And I would love for them to do that again. I don't know what they're going to do for Sonic. I have no fucking idea. No idea whatsoever about this. Rose, do you have any idea? Do you have any guesses what they would do for Sonic's 30th anniversary?
So the movie was very successful, as we know. It was the last bastion against COVID.
That is true. And I mean, they're filming the sequel already.
They are doing the sequel, yeah. I still haven't seen it. I think, first of all, I'd hope, considering at the 25th anniversary event, they had people say, when are you making Sonic Adventure 3? And they all acted surprised that people wanted Sonic Adventure 3, which is an insane thing, John. I cannot stress to you enough how insane it is that they would be surprised that people wanted Sonic Adventure 3.
So that does just remind me of the thing that I have been told, which, if this is incorrect, please correct me if you are, like, from Japan, or if you, like, know people who live in Japan about this. But I have just heard from some people that, like, a big thing is that, like, people don't really speak up to developers in Japan, so a lot of the time they don't hear that. And so there's a lot of times where, like, developers will, like, come over to America, and Americans will just be, like, very loud about, like, yeah, no, I want this specific thing. I want Sonic Adventure 3. And they're like, what? You do? okay, because that's why, from what I have heard, that is why A Link Between Worlds was the way that it was because like people like people from Nintendo went to like conventions over here, and people and like Americans were like, yeah, wouldn't it be cool if you could just like get whatever whenever? And they were like, oh shit, yeah, that is cool. So, you know,
I maybe they need to get out of their damn bubble.
They do,
or hire better managers then.
Yeah,
because I think if I listen. The Sonic developers have consistently shown that one of their greatest strengths and weaknesses is that they are from a parallel universe that is completely incongruent with our belief systems. Mm-hmm. And I think that works really well when they're making stuff like Sonic Forces or Sonic Colors, Sonic Colors, stuff like good games.
Yeah,
and other insane Sonic things.
No well-adjusted human being would make the plot to Sonic Forces.
No, not at all. And
God bless them for that.
Yeah, exactly. But like on the bad side of that, like, listen, everyone fucking talks about the Chow Garden nonstop. Sega uses chows in everything. Do you know the last game that a chow was in for Sonic?
Adventure 2?
It was in like the Chow Garden, yes, but the last time a chow was in a fucking game was Sonic Heroes. Like, it's been almost 2 decades since the chow was in the game.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? Like, that's insane. They still put it in PSO2 and stuff like it makes no sense to me. They're insane. I would want them to do basically everything that Scott has said here. Good picks. I must say. A Sonic Adventure 2, like, actual genuine remake, perhaps could be good. Adventure 1 especially needs that. But Adventure 2 could be good, because Adventure 2 is a very good game, but I worry that they would try to clean up too much stuff, and it would lose the charm, you know? Because the appeal of a lot of Sonic games is that they're fucking insane, and they're just really slapdash, and almost, right?
Yeah.
So I would, I want to see this party, because the last one was insanely funny. The really bad mixing on Crush 40.
Oh, yeah.
Was really good.
It was.
Yeah, I just want to see it again. I just want to see that again. It was an experience. Though I worry, because since then the Sonic meme Twitter, right, has existed.
That's right, yeah. That was sort of birthed from that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't exist anymore, so I think we're safe.
That's true. That is true.
All right, let's hear another one from Twitter. Cello Buster says, this is something else also came out this week. There was the Pac-Man 99 game that came out for Switch. We didn't talk about that at all.
Yeah.
I do want to try that. I'll probably talk about it next week. But pretty neat idea. It is very funny that they killed Mario. They destroyed Mario 35, and then immediately they're like, well, now Pac-Man has one. That is very funny. But Cello Buster does ask, what other game or games series, whatever you want to say, would you like to see get the 99 Battle Royale treatment? I mean, I think an easy one would be Puyo, like Puyo 99, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Tetris 99, Puyo 99 is right there.
Dig Dug 99.
Yeah, you know, like I think a lot of puzzle games would be great too. Like, I mean, fucking puzzle Dr. Mario 99 would be cool. Fucking Puzzle Challenge, whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm talking about.
Ooh, Chips Challenge 99.
Huh?
Chips Challenge?
I know Chips Challenge, but how would that work?
You just play Chips Challenge. Whoever dies, that's it. You fall in the fire, that's it.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just saying, beat this to death. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go fucking insane. I don't know. Dark Souls 99.
Let's do... I feel like if Mario 35 was... Like, Mario 35 worked pretty well. So, I don't know about 99, but if they did, like, Mega Man 35, I think that would work pretty well.
Sure.
Yeah.
They could just make... They have that great Mega Man maker.
Yeah, they do.
Where Cutsman gets startled and falls in the toilet.
That is true. He did get startled.
Yeah. Like, you could do anything in that.
You really can. I made that level in Smash Bros, and that is one of my favorite things that I've made.
Of course.
It's very good. Yeah, there you go. I think those are my answers. Shulis asks, What's a power or skill you've seen or read in other media that you haven't seen in a video game, and do you think that power or skill would translate well into a game? That's hard to say. So many things have occurred in video games.
I'm sorry, I cut out. Can you repeat that?
Yes. What is a power or skill you've seen or read in other media that you haven't seen in a video game? And do you think that power or skill would translate well to a game?
Oh.
Yeah, it's challenging. So many things occur in a video game, you know? Like, what things have you not done in a game yet, you know?
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna be real with you. Other than whenever we on the anime podcast, I talk about Log Horizon. I say the creator's a real head, right? He really plays MMOs, and you can tell from the way he writes. Every other MMO anime, however, that's not real games. I would love to see those fake games they've invented. These fake online video games where you can do all these alleged things in these MMOs, like in Sword Art Online and stuff like that. Like I don't know, like the skill system from Sword Art Online where you just like can invent your own moves. What if they put that in a video game, huh? Because like you can like name moves and stuff, but I've never seen them like be like, you know, like what if like you do like like you could say, this is an example. I don't want this. I'm just saying example, like in Skyward Sword, you know how you control 1-to-1 where the sword goes or whatever? Like what if you like bound a specific sword motion to a specific button, like you do the one slash, one vertical slash and one diagonal slash or something, and you call that like the stinger. Like you could do anything. Like you just invent your own moves. I think that'd be pretty fun.
All right. I got nothing, so we'll just move on. Solon sent in a question. Solon here. I want diegetic DJs to come back into games like they had in SSX3 and Burnout Paradise. What video game would you want to be the DJ commentator for, and what DJ name would you go by to introduce a block party song every 10 minutes? Buddy, you know that No More Heroes 3 would fucking whip with a diegetic DJ. And that's the kicker, is that I would be like DJ Mindfuck or something, and I'd be like ranked second or something, so you would kill me right before the end of the game, and then the last boss wouldn't have music for a while, and then like something would happen where like someone like knocks over a jukebox or something, and then it starts playing a song. That's my concept.
All right. I don't know. I've never played a game with a diegetic DJ.
Why do you sound so... Are you okay?
I've just never played one. I don't think there were any in Burnout Paradise, right?
There was, yeah.
Oh, there was? Okay. Yeah. Maybe I just don't remember. Maybe I did. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't... most of the games I play don't have DJs.
Yeah.
Let's say, because they're JRPGs.
I mean, you played Fallout 3? Three Dog was...
That's true.
Yeah, Three Dog was a...
Three Dog.
DJ, yeah. Diegetic.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. You could be a Fallout one. I could be a Fallout one. I don't know what my name would be, but I would play MCR, and that's it. And everyone else is still playing the 50s music because it's Fallout, but I'm playing MCR.
You be
or synth pop.
You be DJ Rosethorn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Out here, and then you have to go to my place, which is like in the sewers or something. I don't know.
I mean, you'd just be in like a radio tower, and it would actually look like somewhat clean, and you'd just be like, "Yeah,
it would look clean because I fucking cleaned it, you guys."
Yeah, there are washcloths. You can wash things.
I did the bare minimum, guys.
That bookshelf. I made it right side up. It still works.
I found an IKEA down in the wasteland, and I just followed the instructions, if you can believe.
They have nails. You can fix it. You can fix things.
The nukes didn't blow up hammers.
No. They're not even radioactive anymore. It's been like 100-something years. It's fine. Century Punk asks.
Yeah.
Century Punk asks. Sniper or shotgun?
Shotgun.
You see, I actually don't really like either of these. I'm a pistol and like machine gun kind of guy.
That makes sense. Well, you know, a sniper is like a very long range pistol.
It is, but so I was gonna say, like, if we're talking like more current games, I'd go for sniper, But if we're talking boomer shooters, I mean, like, come on, shotgun all day.
Super Shotgun and Doom, like, hey.
I mean, look, I make this argument all the time where, like, I recognize that something is absolutely better, like, inarguably. Like, the Super Shotgun is like, the best boomer shooter shotgun. But that Duke 3D shotgun is still my favorite, just because it's just stupid as hell. Mm-hmm. It's, like, it's so dumb. It's just, you're just, pff, that's it. It's good. It feels great. So sniper rifle for newer games, shotgun for older games. That's my answer. And Harlequin Wheels asks, what is the best video game menu for presentation, sound effects, general feel, etc.? Menu.
I was going to just say Persona 5, because it's still really good. But Nier Automata, honestly, because I've seen it recreated so many other places, and I really like it a lot. It's very simple. It's very OSy. It's good. It's just good is the thing. Not to go too far back, but my only real complaint about Undertale is all the menus suck. And you don't have to go use them that much, but they suck.
Damn.
Hey, listen, it's fine, because again, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, when you have to call two separate phone numbers to access your storage things and like move them in between, like Yeah, that feels like that's just a reference to the like Escargot Express from Earthbound.
Yeah,
I know, but guess what?
You shouldn't do it. You don't have to do it. Yeah. It was a good one. Pikmin, because you could move the Pikmin around and they would like spell out Nintendo if you pressed a certain button. That was cute. It's not actually that good. Yeah, I'm just I can't think of anything else. I don't know. A good menu? I don't fucking know. Yeah, I don't fucking know. I'm sorry, Wheels. But yeah, that's it. I got fucking nothing else. Do you have anything else? Do you want to talk about anything else before we move on?
The only other menu I was thinking of just now that I was forgetting about, Metroid Prime.
Ooh.
So I was playing
that is a good one.
The Metroid Prime 2D thing that came out recently. And I was just thinking like, oh, the Metroid Prime menus with the scan visor and everything and all that. Like, that's great stuff. Yeah. That's good. That's real good. The 3D map and everything. One of the first ones like that.
And it's all like,
great stuff. Visual novels in general also.
Sure.
Like from the PC-98 era, especially like Snatcher. Things like that.
Okay.
Oh, can't get enough.
Okay. All right. Well, that'll do it for this week's show.
Wahoo.
You really went for it, Rose. It's always a pleasure.
I played a lot. Yeah.
You did. You played a lot of stuff. You had a lot to talk about. There was a lot going on. But if you want to keep up with us, you can go to videogamechoochoo.com, where there's all kinds of shit going on. But it's also pretty easy to follow us on Twitter at VGChoochoo. We have a Tumblr, videogamechoochoo.com. Facebook, facebook.com/videogamechoochoo. And we actually streamed pretty recently. Scott did the Choochomania event, where both Rose and I actually wrestled. One of us won our match, and the other one lost.
Yeah,
that is how the cookie crumbles. Do you have anything to say about what went down?
I just think that there's agendas out there, and people are pushing them. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Okay. But I think the recording of that is up on YouTube. You just search up Video Game Choo Choo on YouTube. It'll be there. You can watch that. And also a bunch of other like stuff that got saved from previous streams. I think Scott like uploaded some of the backed up streams from the wrestling stuff. But if you want to watch more of that stuff, it's at twitch.tv/VGChoochoo. And I'll be honest, I've been thinking about maybe streaming over spring break. I really, really want to give myself a break. I really do. But I do kind of have an urge to maybe just like stream for a few hours one of those days. I don't know when it'll be. It'll be when I feel like it. Probably in the middle of the week, because I need to just have like a day or two where I do nothing. But yeah, no promises though. No promises. We'll see. And we have our Patreon, patreon.com/VGCC. For this $3 a month, you get all kinds of content a week early. And by that, I mean mostly Chuchikatri Unlimited Train Works, which we are just going to start calling Unlimited Train Works. Because we're going to change the name of stuff soon-ish. I don't know when it'll be, but soon. So just Unlimited Train Works. It's $3 and you get in there, because we have a new episode where LV and I talked about the Patlabor movies. And you know what? Patlabor's fucking cool.
Yeah?
Yeah. Except for the third movie. The third movie sucks. We'll talk about that.
It really does.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, you'll see. Yeah. There's a whole podcast about that.
There is. And even though you weren't there for it, Rose, you still took the time to point out that the third Patlabor movie sucks.
I did.
You did. You can hang out with us on our Discord server. You just type in thegamezone.zone into your web browser, and it'll bring you straight there. And, you could tell us how you feel about games, Patlabor, movies, whatever the hell you're up to. There's channels for all of that. And of course, we would like to thank Melt Channel / Magic Circuit for our theme song Crush off of the album Magic is Real. If you want to listen to their stuff, it's meltchannel.bandcamp.com or magic-circuit.bandcamp.com. Look, if you're a VTuber person, Magic Circuit's got shit that Nyanner sang on. And now she's gonna fucking sing with Kazuna Ai. You want to listen to like her earlier stuff, it's on there. There you go. I've listened to it's pretty good. She has a lovely singing voice. And that's it. That's it from us. Rose, where can people find you?
Twitter @Horngal and Twitch Curry Draco. Do my VTubing stuff. I just found a fantastic mod for Wind Waker that I'm going to play soon, called Dark Linka. And I'm going to play that. It's really something. Mm-hmm. They changed the Ocean of Blood.
Badass.
So that should give you an idea of what's going on. They changed everything in the game. So
badass.
Excited to play that. Yeah.
Are you going to do any singing anytime soon? Or is Curry Draco going to sing?
No. You cannot get me to sing. No one can get me to sing.
How many donations for you to do a karaoke night?
It would take so many. Are you kidding me? I cannot sing. I can't do it.
What song would you sing if you were forced to do so? What would be like your debut song?
I don't. Famous Last Words? I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe My Chemical Romance again.
Okay.
This is classic. Maybe a Proto Men song since I love them.
Okay. You can find me at JOHN_MICHONSKI. I don't have anything else other than this, so I'm not a VTuber. I don't have to sing anything. I don't know what I would, what would I sing if I was a VTuber, if I had to come in? I would probably just do, fucking ELO. I would just do Twilight and be like, hey everybody, it's like the Daikon 5 movie. Or 4. I forget what it was. But, there you go. And that's it. We'll be back next week with another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. So long, everybody.